Does this actually work? Let's see. Oh yeah, it does work. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Cool. Video capture device. Video capture. Let's see. I'm trying to set this up again. My goodness. Is this? Alright. Let's see. Filters. Cool. Alright, cool. Everything works. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go over here right now because I don't really feel like editing filters right now. I feel like yeah, let's just go with that. We're gonna make every single bro. Hang on, my thing is freaking out right now. My thing is freaking out. Hang Maybe that's why it's so laggy. There's so much unnecessary stuff. Y'all got viewers? Let's go. Here we are. Let me start the intro. Hi everyone, I hope y'all doing well. Today we're gonna go straight into the point. The NFL draft and some time in free agency. We are going to check. We are going to rank every single NFL team, or we're gonna put the tier list. Okay, no particular order in the tier list. Just put them in a tier. All right. Here. Starting with the New Orleans Saints. I got them in potential wild card. Now the reason why I have it here is because like they lost a lot of pieces, like Marco Davis, Devontae Taylor, Taysom Hill. They lost Taysom Hill, but they got Jordan Tyson draft, which I do believe my is better, but he Jordan Tyson, but that's the most I see. Potential wild card. Kellen Moore is going into a second year coach. Tyler Shuck's going into a second year as a QB, first start QB. So I don't think I'm gonna put them up there yet, but I can see them getting a lot better. Next up is the Dolphins. I mean, I don't really have much to work with. I love him. I don't. I love Willis. I absolutely love him. I think he can very easily be a very underrated quarterback. Now he doesn't have any. The whole team is just Malik Willis, if that makes any sense. I'm not trying to knock off like Tutu Atwell or Malik Willis. I really do. I think Tutu Atwell is one of the more underrated players in the league. But I mean, y'all made the right game prior, but other than that, I don't really see y'all doing much. Anywho, Ravens. I feel like the rest of the AFC North, except for the Steelers, got worse. Like for example, the Browns. The Browns are in QB purgatory still. They just traded away Myles Garrett, so they're like at the bottom. So, but the Ravens, the actually, never mind. The rest of the team is going to be very competitive. Or the rest of the division is very competitive, but you know, from what I've heard, Jesse Mitchell does run a very similar scheme to Mike. I do like Mike McDonald, so put them in playoff teams. I'm also gonna put the Bengals in playoff teams. I really like the moves the Bengals. Right? Sure, they got rid of Trey Hendrickson, but they got Dexter Lawrence up. I really do like Dexter Lawrence. And also their offense is going to be, or their offense is going to be like always. No longer has to worry about Crosby and Myles Garrett. Honestly, going after I mean, I can see the Bengals winning the division. So we have the Broncos. They lost a few players in free agency, but for the most part, the team. And also got they also answered one of their big questions. They got Jalen Waddle, Cortland Sutton. He's Cortland Sutton. There's a problem. There's a big problem. There's a big problem, and that problem is who's your running Denver. Marshall Harvey's one of the least productive running backs in the league last year. Alright. J.K. Dobbins, maybe. But the biggest question is your running game. You don't really have that right now. Being said, I'm going to put y'all here. Okay? I'm not really sure what your run game is going to look like because you can't just pass the ball. They're gonna crack down on that. But we have the Giants. The Giants, they're an interesting. They got John Harbaugh. They had a phenomenal draft. But here's my they have an amazing run back, great quarterback in Jack. I feel like he's gonna take a step forward. But here's my problem. First of all, I feel like this is starting to form chemistry because of the thing that Jackson Dart did do. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're getting along, I feel like. But the problem is, what's going on with Neighbors? What's going on with Malik Neighbors? He got hurt long ago, and rumors says he's still not back. First of all, that sucks because he's on my fantasy team, but because we're not sure about Neighbors, I'll put him here. Okay. I'm pretty sure Malik Neighbors in his state. I don't know how they can be. Okay. Also, this is my moving on, we got the Vikings. I do think Kyler Murray's going to take a step. Kyler Murray's proven in Minnesota that people in Minnesota like him. All right, I feel like he's going to beat JJ McCarthy. But how good can Kyler Murray be? Is that problem? So, because Kyler Murray is unproven right as of right now, I'll put them in potential water. But if he proves to be that guy, he's a Super Bowl contender. All right, Rams. You gotta say. All right, they just got Myles Garrett. They basically created the football version of the 2016 Warriors. The defensive version of the Patriots with Tom Brady, Randy Moss, them. But that not only do they have an amazing defense, they also have Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, and the MVP and Matt Stafford. So, this team can be really good. I'm not even gonna lie. This team can be really, really good. So they're going in Super Bowl favorites. All right. Moving on, we got the Todd Bowles is still your head coach. Zach Robinson, your OC, first of all. So your offense is gonna stink. Todd Bowles is still your head coach, so your defense is gonna stink. Baker Mayfield. I mean, I'm not even gonna get into Mike Evans leaving because he might be washed. But Baker Mayfield, he's coming off another injury. So that's one of my main concerns is Baker Mayfield's injury because he's had a plethora of shoulder injuries, and every single time he's had shoulder injuries, he's always messed up the way he's played. So I'm gonna have to put the Bucks in mediocre at best. Todd Bowles for you Bucks fans. Todd Bowles hopefully gets fired. Okay. Anyways, we got the Lions. Not much to say. I'm gonna put them in playoff teams. All right. They got better. O-line got better. Their O-line got better with drafting Blake Miller and also grabbing KB's my boy. Jarrett. They did lose David Montgomery, but they got Jahmyr Gibbs. They got all their offensive. My main concern is how good Drew Bledsoe can be as an offensive coordinator, because you do need to have a good and powerful offense to be good in this league. So that's my problem. That's my question. Like, is Drew Petzing gonna be offensive mind in this league? In this team? Is Dan Campbell gonna take over offensive play calling? What's going on with y'all? All right. Their defense. I mean, I feel like with the new coordinators coming in, the defense can get a lot better. They still have Hutchinson. They they got Hutchinson. Uh, yeah, Hutchinson. He's a he's a pretty good guy. So yeah, actually, you know what? They're still with the coordinators. I'm gonna drop them down here. Anyways, Bears. The Bears. Hot take. I don't think they're gonna be good this year. I feel like, and I want to be proven wrong. I'm not want to be proven wrong. I feel like this the 2025 Bears, the 2022 Giants all over again. All right, that's what I feel like. I feel like there's one hit. They're known for having one good season and then falling off. I'll put them in potential wild card. I don't think they're going to win the division, but I'm going to put them there. Anyways, 49ers, y'all had a really bad draft. I still feel like you can. I don't know why you reach on everybody, but you can still be a Super Bowl contender, you know? Anywho, the Eagles, really all they need to do is get rid of Kevin Patullo and they were good. Their defense is scary. Hopefully their offense is better now that Patullo's gone. So I'm going to put them in Super Bowl contenders. But yeah. Raiders, I don't think they're in number one pick contention anymore, but I'll be right back. Hang on. Oh, there they are. Good. Hang on. Hang on. Ow. Just smacked myself in the face with my dang. Hang on. There we are. That's better. Much better. Hang on. This right here keeps me.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
There we go. That's better. Anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah. Anyways, moving on to the Raiders. Moving on to the Raiders. I don't think they're in one pick anymore, but I don't think they're gonna be that. I don't think they're gonna be there yet. Okay, they're going but intriguing. All right, I think it can be a good future, but as of right now, no. Okay, the Packers. I don't know if y'all heard. Y'all heard the news about Josh Jacobs. He he might get suspended for a few games if that's true. So I don't know, man. It all depends on how good Jordan Love can be, and I'm gonna put them in potential wild card. Okay. Actually, I don't know why the entire NFC North is up here. Let me promote. I feel like it's gonna be the Lions. honestly. Because Josh Jacobs was basically the entire offense last year. And everything in me wants to say, if they lost Eric Bieniemy, which is a crucial part of their offense, I know Ben Johnson was the caller then, but coach is probably a really big thing in football. I feel like having an important coach is more important. Having good coaches is more important than having players. But anywho, Washington, I really like what Washington has done. Okay, I really like what Washington has done. You know, they made improvements. I'll say that they've made some improvements, and because of that, I feel like they can be a good playoff team. Okay, I'm not gonna put them potential, but yeah. Anyways, moving on to the Cardinals. I don't think there's really any explanation for what I have to say. No pick contention. They're not the worst team in the league. I'm not gonna say they are. I don't think they're gonna be the worst team in the league, but they for sure have the hardest schedule out of the worst teams in the league. Like the Dolphins have a relatively easy schedule. The Jets have a relatively easy schedule. The Browns have a relatively easy schedule. The Cardinals do not. So, anyways, moving on to the Steelers. We already know what the Steelers are gonna be at 10-7. So put them in potential wild card team. Okay. Bills. For the Bills, it all depends on how good Joe Brady is as a head coach. Right? If Joe Brady is a good head coach, this team's easily going to the playoffs. If Joe Brady's a good head coach, they're a Super Bowl contender. But because of that, I'm gonna put them in playoff teams. Okay. Moving on to the Falcons. I like Kevin Stefanski as a coach. I do. I like Kevin Stefanski as a head coach, but you still don't have a quarterback. I don't think either Tua or Penix can be the guy for y'all. All right, both of them are injured prone. Neither of them are accurate. Okay, and also both of them are not really all that good. So y'all got Bijan though, but y'all are gonna need more than Bijan in the playoffs. I still have them here, but I feel like they can really jump the gun. I feel like they can. Seahawks. I don't really have anything else to say. Their defense is still just as scary as last year. Their defense is still as scary as last year. My only concern is that they lost uh, Kenneth Walker. Zach Charbonnet is still out, but they lost their offensive coordinator in Clint Kubiak. But I don't think they're Super Bowl favorites simply because they lost all that stuff. But you still got Sam Darnold. Y'all still got Anthony Burford. Y'all still got JSN. Still got, Nicky Manwari. Y'all still got Witherspoon. Y'all still have the vast majority of y'all's pieces. And most importantly, Mike McDonald is the coach. So that's my 2 cents on that. Okay, moving on to the Patriots. I mean, they got AJ Brown, but the way they went out in the playoffs, right? Their schedule. I'm putting them here is because their schedule is significantly harder than it was last year, but they are a better team than they were last year. So I'm gonna put them here, but I'm shocked jump here. Okay? Hang on. Texans. I do. Okay. Call me crazy all you want. Call me crazy all you want. No, not there. The Texans are Super Bowl contenders. Call me crazy all you want. I'm not even a Texans fan. I believe that because they have a better O line and take my back, and also that defense is basically the same, I believe CJ Stroud will take a step up and become a much better quarterback than he is now, and that will lead. That could potentially lead the Texans to a Super Bowl. All right, that could very well lead the Texans to the Super Bowl. So I have the Texans in Super Bowl contenders. All right, moving on. The Chiefs. I was a Chiefs fan. One of my old friends that used to go to high school with me. I'm saying used to, like I didn't just graduate last week, but because he's a Chiefs, he lived in Carolina. He's a Chiefs fan, a Warrior fan, and a Yankees fan. Anywho, the Chiefs, I believe they're Super Bowl contenders. They answered their big questions, and got Matt Nagy, and they also got Kenneth Walker. So I believe that this team's gonna be dangerous. Okay, moving on, we got Cowboys. They also answered their biggest question in their defense. So I got them in the wild card. Okay, I believe that their defense is so much better now that Matt Eberflus is gone. Okay, the Chargers. Well, they have a much better offense now. I'm pretty sure Joel's coming back, so they're gonna have an O line this time. Mike McDaniel is coming to LA, so he's gonna amplify their offense. I got them in Super Bowl contenders. I feel like if this team plays to their potential, they can be a Super Bowl contender. Alright? That's I really got much to say. Panthers, I got them in potential. Alright. It's either going to be Carolina or New Orleans that goes up to here. I I don't know who it's gonna be. If I'm honest. New Orleans fans, may the best man win. But I don't know. If you're going off history, the last time Carolina won a division with a winning record, last time Carolina won the division with a losing record, they went 15-1. So history has Carolina. Roster wise, I don't know. Anyways, the Titans are going here. I mean, I don't know. That I don't think that they're going to be good now, but in a few years, they're going to be good. Both the Raiders and the Titans. Okay, not anymore, but they're also up here. If that makes sense to y'all. Anywho, Colts. I don't know how good Daniel Jones could be. Okay, he showed flashes, but he was also partially even before he got injured, he was playing bad. Potential wild card. Okay, because him and Jonathan both start falling off a cliff. Anyways, back to Bill. Not really much to say here. Uh, they really they lost a lot of pieces, so that's why I don't have them up here or even up here. But I do believe this team can be scary. Okay, I do believe this team can be scary. Okay. Anyways, here's my post-draft. My post-draft post, Miles Garrett post, AJ Brown post, recent as of 6/7/2026. I don't know, but there you go. This has been our. Alright, here we are. Also, I don't know if you remember me saying that. Um, me saying AJ Brown, my sorry, I'm busy watching my screen. Hang on. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, okay. We are good. We're good. Oh, whoopsie. Brown noise. There we are. Forgot I could do that. Let's see, what should I do? Ooh, my goodness. See some Pete. Oh, yeah. And Buddhist. Why on earth is so damn laggy, bro? Skip frames 26. Okay. It's nearly as bad as it was before, as what it was my old. I can at least make out what's going on. I, alright, here we go. Hmm. Alright. No. No. Goodness. Wait. No. Alright, cool. Save us up. Hold on. No. Alright. Hold on. No. Hey, at least you can make out what's going on. 26. Six, 7. Seven. Bro. Bro. What is going on? Hang on. Thank you, bro. Ew. Goodness. What is it? My favorite one. Milwaukee. Yeah. Let's go. Cubs are losing, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicago Cubs are losing. Let's go. Who in North Carolina has not been to Greensboro? Honestly, I feel like everyone in North Carolina has been to Greensboro at least once. Lost connection. What? Goodness. You died, bro. That's all it is. You died. Cause you died. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. a part of New York, New York. Hang on, bro. What if is it possible to stretch? Man. Bro, I can stretch it. Hang on. Look at this. Look at this. Hang on. Wrong one. No, wrong way. That makes me look stupid. This way, that makes me look buff. Start spreading blue. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York. Look at that, bro. Start spreading blue. I'm not really that big, but I want to be a part of it. New York, New York, New York. Deep. On the car. Beep, beep. Hey, that deer is shaped like a deer. Start spreading them cheeks. Start spreading them cheeks. Yo, I should low-key start